Are you looking to set up a website for your soccer or football club to increase revenue from your sponsors? Here's something to look out for.
We love football.
Hi there, my name is Albert Fischer, and if you're interested in setting up a football or soccer management system to help drive revenue from sponsors and attract talented players, then this is the channel for you. If you are interested in a trial, just add a comment below. Our very first video, yay! I couldn't resist. To guide all upcoming content, we'll be looking at different stages of maturity where we've seen football clubs at. In all of these stages, we'll be highlighting how clubs can streamline and reduce administration costs, but also look at additional revenue streams and increasing memberships, which is very important, of course. From our observations, in our experience, we've seen roughly 4 different stages of maturity. The first one's really around the get started, get going, getting ahead, and go beyond, and I'll explain that in a little sec. At the bottom, we have the get started phase, where we have a club who has their website up and running. And there's some content and sponsor logos, but for news around the club, they rely on Facebook and other social media, mainly because their systems are hard to maintain, and Facebook is way easier. However, by doing so, they're moving website traffic away from their club onto that of Facebook, which is a choice. Most of these websites that we've seen are either developed in-house by a developer or built on tools like Wix or WordPress or Site123. This means that you need to have the skills of these systems in-house. You need to have the functionality, to add functionality is sometimes a challenge. These systems do a very good job of hosting a website, but not really built for football club management. They are not meant to maintain and manage members, teams, players, competitions, etc. So what Football Assist solves in this phase is really around the administrative burden to keep the website fresh and new. We'll show you how all the members can participate by uploading photos, keeping score, adding content, but more about that in next episodes. Websites in this phase really go beyond the next phase. These custom non-football solutions are not made for managing teams, players, or competitions. They are hard to maintain, there's not a consistent ongoing innovation, and they get stale very quickly. The next step in our evolution is really around the get going. Get going is a really interesting way of moving forward with the club. This phase is where more advanced clubs have moved to or are starting to move to. It's where they have club information and team information added to their websites, and they're starting to resemble a football club. However, most rely on links to inform their members of their competition, up-and-coming games, fixtures, and results. These links again redirect traffic to other websites to search for data or social media to move traffic from your site to someone else's. So that's not very good for sponsors. Here is where Football Assist can really help make a huge difference. For example, managers can be given the right to plan matches, notify of any changes through email or a club app, where members or even members can subscribe to their favorite team or their team where their son plays to keep track of any cancellations or update the score using live blog capabilities. Now, at the very top of this stage, clubs have mobile applications to support the club, and they're branching off into different channels, which is really exciting. But many times they rely on other vendors to support this functionality as well. So they'll have multiple applications to do multiple different things. The next step, and this is a really important step for club management, is the getting ahead step. Here, here you look at importing membership data into your organization, into the club system. Many clubs, again, rely on different systems to support this capability. It becomes very interesting when you start to communicate with your members and let them know where the games are this weekend. But you can assign them roles as well. So he and she could be a striker or a club member or a manager, etc. You can start to bill and send invoices, for example, to these members. In many cases, this is a separate system, not integrated into one club management system. More importantly, now that we have the information in your system, you can start tracking player progress, their membership over the years, and how well they have been performing, how many goals they've scored, training sessions attended, minutes played, etc., etc. You can really start adding value to players, teams, and the club. Football Assist incorporates a full membership management solution. So you can mass upload players using Excel, assign roles and responsibilities, track their playing career, but also invoice them using the billing engine. Again, reducing administrative work in multiple backend systems. Football Assist was made by players to manage all aspects to manage a football club. Now, the last step is really evolution. It's the go beyond phase. You've added the competition, you've added your members, and now you start to manage your volunteers. One of the most important aspects of a football club. Football Assist has a built-in full volunteer planning and management capabilities where members can volunteer or be assigned tasks like videoing the games, running the lines, or being on barbecue duty. Earn points for every task so the best volunteer can be identified. All of this in one package. There is lots of functionality to attract new players, reduce costs associated with administrative tasks, and increase revenue from sponsors. In the next episode, we'll be discussing these maturity models, but we'll be dissecting a little bit more and go in each and one of these functionalities to see what Football Assist can offer to your club. Also, keep a lookout for How to Do Stuff series, where we go into the back end and show how easy it is to run and operate Football Assist.